Hello and welcome to Cruise Ship History, where we cover everything cruising. And today in our very first video, we're going to be taking a look at the history of Voyager of the Seas, laid down on March 31st, 1998, and was completed on October 29th, 1999, coming in at a gross tonnage over 138,000, making it the largest cruise ship at the time, and featured the first rock climbing wall and ice skating rink at sea. It was updated in November 2014 and again in September 2019. Voyager of the Seas started way back in 1995 under the code name Project Eagle, all beginning with a marketing study. Royal Caribbean's main goal was to increase first-time cruisers. First-time cruisers made up 90% of America at the time. Most of the major concepts that made Voyager so unique were brought up part of the original design. What Royal Caribbean executives had not anticipated, however, was that all the new passenger spaces would add up. By the time designers were finished, she was a whopping 140,000 ton ship, 40% larger than originally planned. It is at this early stage of the project that newly hired VP of Quality Assurance Harry Calavollara suggested an idea of a huge open space in the middle of the ship that would interconnect most of the large public spaces to be at the center of passenger life on board. The idea was used from one of his previous designs on a ferry boat. This 120-meter atrium would end up being the Royal Promenade. However, it was far from being an obvious choice or an easy decision. It was a bet that could have ended up as a hollow inside of the world's largest ship. Project Eagle was so huge that it required a complete shakeup of Royal Caribbean's new building department. What has to be understood here is that Royal Caribbean is pretty unique in the way it handles ship design. Unlike Carnival Cruise Line, which only relies on a single architect for both interior and general planning, Royal Caribbean decided to focus a delegated team of responsibilities in different areas of the ship that first started with Project Eagle. Once the basic layout was complete, the design of each public space was assigned to a particular architect or design firm. Most of these design firms had no cruising experience yet. The role of the small groups was to come up with clever design and absolutely focus on every detail for a particular area that was assigned to them, supervising everything from decor to furnishing to artwork. These dozens of outside consultants reported to project manager Gunnar Bourne and technical director Olive Effendale. And in one of the final steps before construction began, when they were reviewing some of the final decorative elements intended for Voyager of the Seas, in a meeting with the lead architect for the Royal Promenade named Nigel. By this time, Nigel had produced a particularly beautiful model of the Royal Promenade. Right in the middle of the model, he placed a very little model of a Morgan Sportster, complete with leather belt across the hood. This got the attention of Royal Caribbean CEO Richard Fain, because on his 40th birthday, his wife and kids gave him a surprise party, and his wife also gave him a classic Morgan. The cars are handmade with pride in England. They only make about 540 cars a year. The frame is wood and suspension is non-existent. The windows are removable plastic rather than roll-down glass. In short, they provide a wonderful experience in driving like no other. Unfortunately, when Michael Fain and his family moved back to the United States from England, they couldn't take the car because it hadn't been certified in the United States. Fast forward to 1999, Nigel was reviewing the model of his decor of the Royal Promenade, and sitting there was a model of Fain's Morgan sitting proudly right in the middle of the street. It was like fate. Nigel didn't know about Fain's car, and when they asked him where the idea came from, he simply said it seemed right. Fain went home that night to sell his wife on the idea. He told her he loved the car, but he also felt a personal involvement in the new ship and asked her how she would feel if he donated it. His wife loved the idea, and that's how the old car ended up on the Voyager of the Seas. And in fact, it was so popular that they continued the tradition with later ships. Early in 1998, the construction started in Finland, officially numbered 1344 by the shipyard. She was plasma cut out of sheets of steel and built into large blocks. each weighing several hundred tons and then pre-fit with ducts and cabling. The assembly process started with the keel laying, then it consisted of transferring blocks one after another from pre-assembled zones into the construction dock. The first blocks are located in the lower and middle section of the vessel and then built outward. Then the soon-to-be cruise ship grows from the bottom to the top and center to the ends. The last block to be fitted out is the aft stack on deck 13.
A sparkling ship on crystal waters is coming.
Absolutely gorgeous. It was so much fun.
The perfect lobster is coming.
Our waiters, they would do anything for us, any time.
Perfection is coming.
A gift from the captain.
Memories are coming. 7 days in Royal Caribbean's Caribbean are coming. You've got some Royal Caribbean coming.
The Voyager of the Seas completed on October 29, 1999 and entered service nicknamed the Queen of the Ocean with very favorable reviews. The new public spaces on board included a 4-deck horizontal promenade, first of its kind aboard a cruise ship. The Royal Promenade had selections of shops and restaurants and entertainment areas. The Royal Promenade really became the heart of most Royal Caribbean ships since Voyager of the Seas. This is something that really set Royal Caribbean apart from its competition. She also had a 1,350-seat theater for Broadway entertainment and a 3-level spectacular main dining room with separate themed areas on each floor. 2-time Olympic gold medal winner Catherine Witt was selected as the godmother for the Voyager of the Seas. Royal Caribbean did this to really put a focus on the first ice skating rink at sea. Doing this let Royal Caribbean really expand its entertainment offerings to something never before seen on a cruise ship, and really worked out in its favor, setting itself apart from other ships at the time. The Voyager of the Seas sailed over its $500 million budget to come in with a final cost of $650 million. She began wowing guests on November 21st with 7-night Western Caribbean itineraries from the port of Miami. Just to give you an idea of the mindset of Royal Caribbean at the time, Arnie Williamson, who just turned 70, was a board member and was one of the 3 original partners who founded Royal Caribbean, gave an interview on the day Voyager of the Seas entered service and said, "We have a strong belief in the industry. Ever since the beginning, we always believed big ships were the future." He also said he recently spoke with Mickey Harrison of Carnival Cruise Lines. Whenever Carnival Cruise Lines orders a big ship, Royal Caribbean orders a bigger one. It just happens that way, Williamson said. And Carnival Cruise Lines hasn't owned the title since then, and Royal Caribbean's only given it up one time in the 21st century to the Queen Mary II for only a period of 2.5 years before the Freedom of the Seas took it back. Late in 2014, Royal brought the Voyager some much needed updates to keep her more in line with the Oasis and Quantum class features. These features included everyone's favorite FlowRider surf simulator that took the space for the 90s style feature inline skating course. Digital signage all around the ship was installed. An all-new Diamond Club for Crown and Anchor members, as well as several new dining options with everybody's favorite Chops and Giovanni's table. The outdoor spaces received several new seating options and a 3D poolside cinema for watching movies poolside. These updates were made so the Voyager could run itineraries out of Australia. Again, 5 years later, in October 2019, Voyager received 197 million 41-day transformation to make her one of the first Royal Amplified ships. The new additions included the Perfect Storm Duo Racing Water Slides, a glow-in-the-dark laser tag Battle for Planet Z, and a completely redesigned Vitality Spa and Fitness Center with a fresh new look and all new equipment. Kid and teen spaces were also redesigned with all new open layout, and the teens received an exclusive balcony all to their own. Also, part of this, Royal added 72 new inside and balcony staterooms and updated many guest areas, included Cafe Promenade, guest services, Studio B, and the Royal Theater. And last but not least, they expanded the new app to work with Voyager of the Seas so you can check in and make your reservations, check expenses, and book shore excursions. Project Eagle has turned out to be a great success, pushing the limits to what we had thought a cruise ship should be. Half hotel, half theme park. Voyager of the Seas let us know how great a cruise ship should be, even if a few things weren't amazing, aka the inline skate course. It was still able to give us years and years of fun and a few injuries along the way. The success of Voyager allowed Royal to keep pushing the limits for cruise ships, year after year, coming up with the latest and greatest. Voyager of the Seas has really adapted herself, from being the largest ship at launch to now being a charming addition for Australian cruises. She has too much charms to forget, so please, if you're looking for an Australian cruise in 2021, give her a look. You will thank us later. Thank you for coming with us on the journey of Voyager of the Seas. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Cruise Ship History, and please join our group on Facebook, Royal Caribbean Crown and Anchor Society group. Please let us know in the comments what ship we should do next. And for everybody that stayed till the end of the video, we have one other fun fact. Currently, Voyager of the Seas would not make a list of the top 50 largest cruise ships in the world, meaning in the last 20 years there's been 50 cruise ships built larger than the Voyager of the Seas. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully soon we can keep on cruising.